running fiber optic. As you can see, I've got all the pods on the top section done, there and there. So going to end up with, as you can see, the blue tape there. That's one tube. That's two, and this one will be three. So there's three LEDs that's going to run four pods. Got one that's going to run that one, and then these two are tied in together. And I know it's a mess, but it'll be cleaned up. And to accompany the or to accommodate the the hanger bay that's going to be in this section, I drilled a hole right there. And hang on, turn my fan off. I know it's blowing across the speaker, but I drilled a hole here that I'm going to end up, I may stick the tube through it, or I may just pull it through and then cut them and then just have the wires come through, because the hanger bay is going to, there's just a little bit of tolerance in here for the hanger bay. So as you can see, there is, with what I'm trying to accomplish here, there is a need to run, fiber optics, and I call these home runs, and you electricians will know what I'm talking about. Goes all the way to the power source and everything. And over here, I'm doing the same thing. This one here has been the one that's taped down here. That I done that one this morning. So, and I've got the 1 mil fiber optic cut. I don't have it cut. I've got it ready to go in this small hanger bay. This side, the one that's curved around and goes over to here, that is already cured and set up. And then so when that one sets up, then I'm going to, I'll probably run it to the nose, because it will, the fiber optic will allow me to kind of bend it around, and I'll have the plastic tube with the LED here, and then I'll just run the LED wire down the side. And then I'll have one here that'll run these two pods. And there's only a small pod on that side, so I'll have one. So there's going to be 3 LEDs on the top and 3 LEDs on the bottom that are going to run the all the pods. And I did shorten up the wires there. Starting to work on the bridge section, and I've got here it is, turned around the right way. That's the 0.50, and this come from fiberoptic.com. Okay, that's the 1 mil, and then I've got 0.75 here. I can turn it around the right way. Yeah, you can see right there. It says FOF 100 feet of 0.75 millimeter. And what I'm doing there is cutting small chunks, and I'm going to insert them into the holes. Not all the way, but I will insert them into the holes, and then I will take a little bit of canopy glue and dab on each fiber optic, and then push it on in flush with the bridge. So when it fires up, the LEDs inside will illuminate the fiber optics, and hopefully there won't be any that are sticking or protruding out the front. I got a few that's going on the side, a few that's going on the back. The ones that's going on the side and on the back, those are smaller holes, so I'll probably use 0.50 on those. And I was going to show you the fiber optic that I'm using to run to all these pods. This is what I'm using. This is one of those fiber optic lamps that just kind of, which this one's been in a box for a long time, but it just flares out, and you got a light source that goes to the underneath of it, and it will, I don't know if the camera's picking that up or not, but it will illuminate the fiber. There you go. And it usually has like an RGB bulb in there, and all your fibers change color. And this is probably close to a 0.50. I've got more in a box down here, down there, that are smaller, so that's probably 0.25, and this is either a 0.50 or 0.40, but this is what I used to run in all that. So okay, here's a little tip. for you guys that are wanting to attempt this. Instead of cutting, you've seen where I cut those little pieces and stuff. Cut you a longer piece, just like this, and then take your sprue cutters and clip it off. Have it protruding like I've got the others here. That way you can put a little dab of canopy glue on it and then shove it on in. But yeah, it's a whole lot less headache than trying to put in all those little tiny pieces. You just shove this long piece in there and then clip it off where you need it, and then move to the next one. So as you can see, it's the fibers have, some of them are a little brighter, but the fibers have stopped all the twinkling and stuff. You can see I got quite a few in there. But yeah, this is a lot easier way. I'm glad that glad I thought of that. I was like damn, I'm glad I shaved my head. Otherwise, I'd be pulling my hair out by the time I get this bridge section done. And the bridge is done. Yeah, the camera is blowing out some of the LEDs or the fiber optics. There are a few of them that are kind of bright, like that one right above my thumb. I'm going to go back in and touch it with a little bit of gray paint, as well as a couple over here. But that's what it looks like. The ones on the side, there's a little three right there, and then on this other side there's 5 more. All I did with that is cut the fiber optics and then fit it right back up into the housing, the bridge housing. So gives it a little bit of light. Those 2 on the side there, I'm going to touch those with a little gray paint as well to tame them down. But bridge is complete after I touch up the couple little spots there. I did go back in and fix the still got one right there, a little light leak. I got to go in and touch that up. I'll do that while I've got the gray paint out. But it is finished. Time to move on to something else. All right, here we are on low level light. I readjusted the exposure to kind of make the fiber optics stand out. I've got the pods done on the top and on the bottom as well, but I don't have the bottom plugged in. And just to show you real quick, let's see where my switch is. I don't want to jostle the wires yet because I've got to go in and tape them down. But you can see there's what I've done with the light tubes. It's got a LED shoved in the end of it with the fiber optics, and I used pre-wired LEDs. So I'm going to go in and secure those down. I'll probably put some, I got some tape I'll put over them, some of the HVAC tape. And these are still curing, and there's the fan. Sorry about that. See if I can. It's warm here in the shop, so I got the fan going. But I ended up putting 4 in the top because I didn't want that one and this one stretching across to the center. So I wanted to curve it around and have it off to the side, because I got that brace. It's going to go, this brace right here, that will go right across the middle of this. So it's got to go, all of my wires have got to go in around it. And yeah, I got a loose connection. I think that's bad right there. So, and I ended up with 3 on the bottom of it. So I got the one in the front and then the 2 on the sides. So once the epoxy sets up, and I didn't use the epoxy like what I used on this, because that yellows and I don't want yellow lights. What I ended up using was that epoxy that I get from Hobby Lobby. Both of them are clear. It will eventually yellow, but you don't use with fiber optics. Do not use super glue, because it makes the fiber optics brittle and they will break in a heartbeat. So this is Sunday afternoon. I'm going to let it go. I'll probably go ahead and and tape those, my lights down. But then after that, I was just going to let it go for the night. And then tomorrow I will do a test fit by putting the top on the bottom and see where the issues are and correct the issues, and then start closing it up. I still have to run the main wire up through the rod there. So, but don't think that I'm going to show any more video of what I'm doing. If I see anything pertinent, I will, until I get it all closed up and finalized. I will show you my stand. I don't know if I showed it or not. It's over there. The mounting rod will go right dead center of that imperial cog. So it'll be centered around this. And that's it. We will see you in the final. And the Star Destroyer is finished. I am back away from the bench a bit, quite a bit actually. So I'm trying not to get too loud in the camera, but it is complete. Back it up just a tad so I don't hit bottles of paint. Turned out fantastically, I think. I absolutely love it. I've got a really short cord. It's like a 3-foot cord. I ordered a new 12-volt power supply, and I didn't realize it come with such a short cord. Let's move it this direction a little. But you seen how I done the paint, and you seen up to a point how I done the LED lighting, the fiber optics and everything. Now I have run lots and lots and lots of fiber optic, but this is the first time that I cut little short pieces and stuck in, and I guarantee you this will be the last time I do it. So those of you that have this kit, the Zvezda Star Destroyer, or actually any kit that that you plan on putting lights in and using fiber optic, do not go the method I did. I kid you not, I probably have 10 hours, and I'm not joking, 10 hours, between 9 and 10 hours of doing nothing but cutting small sections of fiber optic, blooming them, and sticking them in the holes. The superstructure, okay, the bridge, the superstructure, and all along the side here, the fiber optics are that long. And like I say, I mushroomed the end of them, bloomed the end of them. From here on out, let me back up. The pods here, which will be a little bit brighter than the rest of the lights because they are fed directly into an LED. Okay, so they may be a little brighter than the others. And I'll switch it on. I know you guys are chomping at the bit, but I want to say a few things before I switch it on. So what I'm trying to say is, if I had to do this over again, and I plan on doing it again, I plan on getting another Star Destroyer like this one. I'm going to, why? I don't know. I'm a glutton for punishment. I do have another Star Destroyer build coming up in the near future, but it's not going to be this type Star Destroyer. It's going to be a Republic Star Destroyer. And I know some of you guys don't have a clue what I'm talking about, but anyway, you'll know when I put the video up. But if I had to do this all over again, I would run all of the fiber optic. I would use the long strands and run them just like I did the pods directly to an LED light source, because I've got between 9 and 10 hours, closer to 10 hours I imagine, of just cutting and feeding these fibers in here. The superstructure here, that's what this section here is called, a superstructure. I was able to get to the inside of it because I didn't have the top on it at the time, so I could get to the inside of it. So when I shove the fibers through, I would go in with my canopy glue. Oh, sorry. Formula 560 canopy glue on a toothpick, and I would put glue on the back sides of the fiber optics to keep them in. Well, to put these in, I had to close it up and re-drill these holes in the sides. Okay, so I couldn't do that method. I had to take the fiber optic, hang on a sec, take the fiber optic in my tweezers, this little piece of fiber optic, grab it, dip it in the glue, and feed it in the hole. Some went in easy, and some made me say lots and lots of colorful metaphors. Would not, will not, definitely won't put short fibers in like this again. So that you guys that are intending on building this kit, or like say any project that you've got that you're going to deal with fiber optics, don't use the short pieces. You're in for a major headache. Just go ahead and I call it a home run. I don't know what other people call it. That's when you take a light, or put the fiber optics in and then run it all the way to its main power source, which is the LED light. So that would be the best way. And so now what you all have been waiting for, ta-da! And I'll turn out some lights. Let's see how we're doing here. Okay, and I'm gonna bring the resolution down, or the actually the, there we go. Bring the camera down a little bit more. There we go. How's that? Can you guys in the back see? All right. So here is what we're looking like. Here's what it is looking like. Like say the pods here on the top are a little brighter than the rest of the lights, but I think it still looks, I'll tell you what, can't do it this way. I'm gonna move in for the kill. Make sure I move that up so I don't gouge my head with it. There is still some twinkling going on. I can't help that. But you can see the fibers all in the sides. See, like right there's a twinkly. It has a piece of fiber in there, but I don't know why it is twinkling like that, but it don't matter. And straight on shot, yes, the engines are a little bright. It's running off a 12 volt. Let me make sure my wire is like it should be. Okay. And here is the other side. And I'll spin it back around the other direction. You can see another twinkly right there. And I'm not guaranteeing that there's fibers in all these holes that are twinkling, because I may have had some fall out. I did not go back and check. And you can see all along the side here. Get rid of my glasses so I can see what I'm doing. Yeah, that sounds right, don't it? And here is the underneath, the hanger bay, and the front hanger bay here. They're here. So what you thinking so far? I really like how it turned out. A lot of work, yes, and I'll move in a little bit closer on the bridge. See if I can get it to focus in. I got the screen locked, so maybe it'd be better if I zoom in. There we go. That's a lot better. You can see the fibers on the bridge and everything. And thought I seen a light leak. Oh, I guess I didn't. On the back side here, so all the pre-shading I done with the masks that you guys seen how I did it, and to me it really paid off. And this video may be a little long. I apologize if it is. You can stop watching at any time. You have my permission. But yeah, like I say, I really like how it turned out. Now it looks like there's a color difference. Sometimes the pods up top here will look more of a blue. It's actually a brighter white, but they're all bright white LEDs. The LED tape was bright white LED tape and everything. All right, now I'll ease it back around. Bring you in for the engines. I'm not going to go straight on because it gets really bright on straight on. These inserts are temporary until I can, we're in quarantine, so I can't go out and get what I need for that. I see that the guys are using the ends of ink pens that are the same shape as this. And what this is, let me see if I can get one out. I just cut the end of these off and then frosted them. And yes, you can see the seam on it. These do have a seam. Let's see if I can go in. Can't really see it, but they worked really well at bringing the light down, the brightness of the light down. I didn't do anything with the little blue ones, so. But there she is. If I hope you guys like it. Like I say, I had a lot of fun with this. I was going to put a nameplate on here. I'm going to see if I can bring the light back around just a tad. I didn't put a nameplate on here. I was going to put a nameplate with the Star Destroyer and everything. Hell, if you don't know don't know that it's a Star Destroyer, I'm not going to put a plaque on there for to tell you what it is. But anyway, got the 9-volt power jack directly in the center of the back, and then my switch, my on-off switch here. And yes, it has a little indicator light. But that's it. Hope you guys like it. Like I say, once again, I had a lot of fun with it. It did get tedious. Yes, I'm not going to lie. Please take my advice and use the long fiber optic with the light tubes, LEDs and the light tubes, and not the short fibers. Like I say, you will save yourself some serious pain in the behind. But turned out great, and we're going to be on to the next project. I wish I could stop saying we are, but anyway, thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next build update.